Hey everyone, and welcome. Today, we're going to talk about something really important, the journey of being a family caregiver for someone you love with ALS. It's a path filled with so much love for sure, but also some major challenges. So let's get into it and start navigating this terrain together. The best way to really picture this journey is to think of it like climbing a mountain. It's tough, it's steep, and a lot of times you have no idea what's around the next bend. But, and this is key, with the right gear and the right know-how, you can navigate it. And families take on this climb because, well, they're the home team. They know their person better than anyone else. And look, let's be real about this right from the start. This climb comes with a really heavy backpack. It's not just about love and dedication. It's also about intense physical work, a huge emotional weight, and yeah, sometimes feelings like resentment or complete burnout. And feeling that is totally okay. It's a real and very common part of the experience. So you might be asking, why do so many families take on this monumental climb themselves? Well, a lot of the time it boils down to this one staggering number. Getting professional, round-the-clock care for ALS can easily cost over $100,000 a year. For many, that just makes family care the only real option. But here's the thing. Taking on that care comes at a pretty significant personal cost. Research shows that a whopping 65% of caregivers feel a moderate to severe burden. So while it might save money, it demands an incredible amount of your time, your energy, and a ton of personal sacrifice. Okay, so let's talk about the toughest part of the climb, that steep ascent. We're going to break down the 4 key challenges that caregivers face, which really get to the heart of the struggle. All right, these are the big 4, the physical, the emotional, the financial, and the social. Each one is its own hurdle, and when they all hit at once, it can feel completely overwhelming. Let's break them down, one by one. First up, the physical demands. And man, this is a constant, heavy lift. We're talking about everything from repositioning your loved one every few hours, day and night, to helping with feeding and bathing, to figuring out complex medical gear like ventilators. It can lead to chronic pain, injuries, and just this profound lack of sleep. It's truly like running a marathon that has no finish line. Next is the weight you can't see, the emotional toll. It's like you're carrying around a backpack full of rocks. Up to 40% of caregivers deal with depression. You've got this constant, what they call anticipatory grief, where you're mourning losses as they happen, plus really high anxiety and just a deep, deep sense of being alone. And then there's the financial squeeze, which is a real double whammy. On one hand, caregivers often have to cut back their work hours or even quit their jobs, so you're losing income. And on the other hand, you're facing these huge costs for things like home modifications or equipment that insurance might not even touch. It's a serious financial tightrope. When you put all that together, it can lead to this massive social disruption. Your life just gets completely turned upside down. Hobbies, friendships, personal time, they all get put on the back burner. It can really feel like you're stuck inside a bubble, totally cut off from the rest of the world, just watching life go on without you. It sounds like a lot, right? I mean, it sounds completely overwhelming, but these challenges, they aren't impossible to overcome. So the big question is, how do you manage this climb? How do you keep going without losing your footing? Let's switch gears and talk about solutions. Okay, this next part is all about the climbing gear. We're going to cover the practical tools and strategies that you need to make this journey not just manageable, but actually sustainable. First off, to take some of that physical strain off your own body, focus on the practical stuff. Learning how to lift safely is absolutely critical to protecting your back. Making small changes to your home, like adding grab bars or ramp, can make a world of difference. And hey, don't be afraid to use technology. Assistive devices like hoists, they exist to lighten your load, so use them. And to lighten that emotional backpack, self-care is not a luxury, it's a necessity. Seriously, even just 15 minutes a day to yourself can feel like recharging a battery. It's also so important to set boundaries, to learn how to say no when you need to, and to get the whole family involved as a team. Find an outlet, whatever it is for you, journaling, talking to a friend, you've got to have a way to let that steam out. When it comes to managing that money squeeze, you've got to get proactive. Make a detailed budget. Really dig in and search for assistance programs, government, nonprofits that can help with costs. And if your friends or community offer to help, like bringing over dinner or running an errand, say yes. Accept that help. Every little bit truly does count. All right, now let's get some views from the trail. These are real-world, proven strategies from other caregivers who've been on this path and have found ways to not just get by, but to actually find moments of real connection along the way. I absolutely love this. One caregiver shared that their family made a gratitude jar. Just by focusing on the small good moments in a day, a shared laugh, watching a favorite show together, they built up their resilience. It helped them reframe their days around connection, not just tasks. This quote hits on something huge: building a team. When families can work closely with doctors, therapists, and all the other support professionals, it doesn't just ease the workload. It makes them feel like they're not climbing that mountain alone. You've got a crew. And this right here, this is so important. Getting a break, what's called respite care, it's a lifeline. This caregiver story about rotating with her sister just proves how sharing the load is absolutely essential if you want to be in this for the long haul and avoid total burnout. So if we boil it all down, what are the keys to a successful climb? Well, it's about focusing on those small wins. It's building your support team. It's making self-care a real priority, not an afterthought. Using communication tools and adapting your home and your life as early as you can. These are the things that really, truly make a difference. And finally, no one should climb a mountain without a guidebook and a map. So let's talk about where you can find solid information and ongoing support to help you on your way. You do not have to figure all of this out on your own. There are fantastic resources out there, from government agencies like the VA to top-notch academic centers. You can also find incredible support on websites dedicated to caregivers and in online communities where you can connect with people who are on the exact same path. Knowledge is power, and these resources are out there for you. After talking about that really intense mountain climb, I want to leave you with a different way to think about all of this. Picture caregiving as tending a garden. Yes, it's constant work. It needs daily attention. But with the right tools and a gentle approach, it can be a place where you cultivate these incredible moments of beauty, of growth, and of deep, meaningful connection. So I'll leave you with this final thought to chew on. Whether you're a caregiver yourself, a friend of one, or you're just learning about this, what is one small thing you can do today to tend to your own garden or to help someone else tend to theirs? Thanks so much for joining me for this explainer.